Good afternoon. This will be part 2 and the real beginning of the series on playing two flutes at one time. This is something that if you will spend time with it, you'll fall in love with the sound that it produces. Alright, so as they say, let's get her done. Alright, now to begin with, we need to talk about the numbering system that I use. Now this is an A. If you can see, A goes in my left, A goes in my right hand, the D is in my left hand, right hand, left hand. And they play like this. It may look backwards in the camera, but the A, key of A is in my right hand. That's what I play the lower part of the scale on. The D in my left hand plays the upper part of the scale. We'll get to all that. This numbering system that I use that you need to learn is from now, if that first hole is covered, the first hole is called number 1. If it says 1 is covered, 1 and 2 would be that, 1, 2, and 3 would be that, 1, 2, 3, and 4 would be that. So if I give you the number on the right hand, 1 and 3, it would be that. If I give you the number 1 and 2, it would be that. So let me show you a sequence that I tried to draw. That represents the top of the flute, and the flute is like, or if I can do all this, mouthpiece is there, and the holes are down here, mouthpiece, and the holes are down here. Now, if you would just forget about what you've learned on the Native American flute so far and go with this, because I'm going to do this in a number system. I'm not going to draw the flute every time and cover the holes in. I'm going to use a number system. Such as this, and I'll try to explain it now. If you see this, the right hand, that represents, with each dot colored, then what that means is on both flutes, right and the left, then you have this. The first hole is covered. Alright, so that's what you've got there. If you see on a diagram it says 1 and 2 on the right, 1 and 2 on the left. Now I've got the circles and the colored in marks just so you can get used to it. So if you see a 1 and 2, a 1 and 2 on the left, and then right and left, then this is what you have. I'm going to go over this, so I want you to really understand it because this is a numbering system I will be using. So if I have a 1 and 2 on the right, and a 1 and 2 on the left, then it looks like this. The first two holes, if I can do that, first two holes are covered. First and second, but holes are both covered. Alrighty, now if you see a right that says 1, 2, and 3, a left that says 1, 2, and 3, that means all three holes are covered, first three holes are covered on the right and the left flute. If I can get the flutes in the right hand, which is like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right, left. Alright. Now if you see this, right 1, 2, 3, and 4, left 1, 2, and 3, 4, that means that all four holes, as you can see from the colored in things, all four holes are covered on both flutes, and the 1, 2, 3, and 4 numbering system would look like this. Yeah, I get my holes. There we go. That would mean you have this, and it sounds like this. Alright. And if you notice, I changed, and now I just put a circle with a R. I'm not going to spell right every time, and a circle for the left. This being the right hand, this being the left hand. And if you see this, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the right. If you see left, it says 1, 2, and 3. That means that you cover all four holes on the right hand flute, the A, and that you cover the first three holes on the left hand flute, which is the D, which is like this. 4, 3, 1, 2, and 3. That one, the A, right hand, all four holes are covered. Left hand, the D, all first, second, and third holes are covered. Now again, one more time, if you see the right with a circle, R with a circle, that stands for right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Numbers are written down. For every time I write down a number, that means the hole is closed. On the left hand, I wrote down left with a circle, or L with a circle, which stands for left. 1, 2, and 3. That means that the first hole, second hole, and the third hole are covered. The fourth is not covered because the number is not there. So then you have this. One more time. All 4 holes, right flute covered, left flute, first, second, and third hole are covered. So if you were to see the number on the A flute 1, 2, 3, and 4, that all 4 covered, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that means all 4 holes are covered on the right hand, the A flute. If you see 1, 2, and 3, they're all covered. If you see the word 3, that means that the third hole is covered. If you see on the left hand flute again, if you see 1 and 3, that means 1 and 3 holes are covered. If I write down the numbers 1 and 3, if I write down the numbers 1 and 2, those are covered. If I write down the numbers 1 and 4, those are covered. That probably won't happen, but it's like that's a 1 and 3, that's a 1 and 2, that's a 1, 2, 3, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you have that, 1 and 3, you get this sound. Now, if you want to play the Rex of Edmund Fitzgerald, that's going to be the first song that we'll do start on. All 4 holes are covered on the A flute, the bigger flute. You start off with the first 3. You're going to drone the A to begin with, and it sounds about like this. And I'll just do the first phrase, so if you want to try it and try to mimic it, then you can. All right. Now, if you don't understand the numbering system, please go over it. I think I've tried to make it as clear as I can. Let's talk about the scale. Now, the top 4 in each flute, you're going to play just like the Native American scale. Not the numbering system. We're done with that for now. So this is a be all 4, 1, 2, and 3, 1 and 3. Whoops. Native American scale is like this. Now, we've done the numbering system, so this would be. It would start on 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You do the same on the D flute. Start off with 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 and 3, and then 3. So that's the way the scale works. The bigger flute, if I can back up without tripping, and I can't see what I'm doing. The bigger flute, the A, does the bottom part of the scale. The D does the top part of the scale. Like, okay, I'll come back forward and do Amazing Grace. We're not going to start on it because the harmonies are kind of complicated. That is how the scale works. The A, the bigger flute, does the lower part of the scale. The D does the higher part of the scale. And that's the way I think about it, breaking it in half. Now, if you want to go ahead and start playing 2 flutes, start off with the A, all 4 holes covered. And this is a practice that you should do. Or you can just do the scale, probably. Now, if you have trouble with scale, then do this, because you do need to stretch that little finger. Now, if you can hit that, then just practice the scale. Same with a smaller flute, the D. Now, if you can do that and your little finger covers the hole all right, then go ahead and practice the scale. All right, now, I probably confused you enough, and that's... Now, I will go a little further to give you... If you do on the A flute and you cover all 4 holes, that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4 written down in numbers under the letter R. Now if you start with 3 holes on your left flute, the D, then you can go Native American scale. Now that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 here, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 and 3, and then 3 on your numbering system that we're going to use. So, let's play along with that, and in the next couple of days I'll do another one that will go into more detail, but it's really important that you get this part of it down because you need to understand the numbering system that I'm going to use. It's something I made up. It's not what you've been taught on the flute. So work with that. Try to get it in your brain. And next couple of days, by this weekend, this is Wednesday, by this weekend I'll have another one out where we start actually on the song The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which that song will teach you lots of harmonies without killing yourself and stress. So alright, so here we go. Have fun with it, and we'll talk to you in a few days. It's Wednesday. By Saturday I'll have one more video up where you actually start on the song The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.